Alright, welcome to the next part of my walkthrough. I'm gonna be getting through as much of chapter 4 as I possibly can, so let's see how this goes.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, leave! The boss didn't know who he was looking for. I didn't know! I swear, I didn't know! We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we...
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Thanks for the next point of my walkthrough.
That writer just took out my deputies.
A thriller I supposedly wrote.
Beginning of chapter 4.
The story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go, Alan. Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
So I'm a prisoner here. Where do I need to go here? Oh, hey.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Okay. I'll come walk with you.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
The way he gets walked through that is pretty funny. Come on now.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you.
There's a sundial here somewhere.
Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but
There's some sundial here
far
somewhere.
more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind. You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Nothing ever goes this easy. Something's bound to happen here. Oh, here's a sundial. Here it is. Alright, that's one. Where are you leading me, Dr. Hartman? Where are you taking me?
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming.
No, it's
I
not.
don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what
'Cause
I'm
it's
going
not a
to
regular
do is
storm there,
now
Hartman.
we're in control.
It's not a regular
Realize
storm.
It gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the
I
illness,
let him talk.
after all.
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
with
echoed
constructive
madly
things.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work.
He won't shut up.
Once
God.
you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along.
Shut up, Hartman.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
There's a thermos.
Scary bad. Yeah. Scary, scary, scary.
Here's a sign. Okay.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Ew.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Hey, don't be judging on video games. What the crap?
Come, Alan, this way.
Yep, that's gonna be a nightmare. That was gonna give me nightmares.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room.
There it is.
Been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what
It's not a storm. It's not a storm. They're coming to get me.
off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done.
He's hitting that little toy hammer.
Rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
He's hitting that toy hammer. Watch.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
All right, so what?
To bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny.
What the
Who else
hell's
could
going on?
understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
All right, so he's gonna hand me a random manuscript page.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Emil is the name of the doctor, so Zane and the doctor had something going on.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
This guy's creeping me out right here.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to
Doors
be
were
no
locked.
jumpy.
Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on them.
I'll do that, Birch.
Oh,
Something's wrong. I'm not myself.
that's a collectible right there.
There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is blurry. from this cabin. Have been for days, but it's...
That is creepy. Look at that
My
face.
fear is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence...
Look at that face.
She's covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Oh, here. There's a thermos. Where's my room at?
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, wait! You stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that. Bert, or whoever your name is.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are you?
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony.
Oh, here's a manuscript.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Okay. So Barry's here somewhere, I guess.
It's my store.
The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
So nothing here. Thanks for joining the stream, lurkers. Make sure you send me a comment so I know you're here. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings at all. Where do I go? Head back down. Where's everybody at? Where's everybody at?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Where's Hartman's office at?
Maybe you would come out and beat our regular adult diapered asses for it, since you're so tough.
Here we go.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions
Oh, here we go.
with his patients. I saw Al. Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan. His name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't.
After you get that collectible over here, you'll hit this 3 times.
Can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time.
Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at
Rudolph
once.
Lane
Number 2.
Worst of all, I
was completely
recognized the
blocked, and
words.
frankly, I
The
was
phone
about to
call.
discard him as useless.
It had been a cut
However,
of
once
this,
Wake
just a
arrived and
recording.
started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps.
Alright, that was the second one.
Of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best
Welcome to the
subjects are
stream.
always so damn difficult to deal with.
Last one. Achievement. So you hit that 3 times, you'll get an achievement.
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patient.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Freaking Hartman.
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to
Coffee thermos behind Barry.
It's right next door. You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no. The cops found me a...
These were all the pages I had already. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
That pretty much just killed Hartman.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning, even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Alright, so Hartman... It was all Hartman's idea.
I had to find a way out.
Nope, can't go that way. Oh god, it's coming at me. Darkness is coming at me. Oh, whoa.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Need light. Oh, stuff's moving. Stuff's moving. Cut this on. Cut this on. I guess that saved me. What? I guess that's not how we're. Oh, ow! I guess that's not where I go. I cut it back on again. I mean, one more time. One more time. You go back down. Oh, shoot. Ow. Whoa. I need to. Let's see. Oh, flare. Open the door. Oh god. 2. Got that on. Ooh, this kind of achievement. Boob tube. Some porno. What is this? Oh, there it is. There's the manuscript page right here.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here. Damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction. To be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Hartman's a dirty crook. That's what he is. Or was. Oh god. Thanks for joining the chat. Don't be afraid to leave me a comment. Oh, whoa. What is this? Ow. How do I get by this? Oh, run! Run! Ow. As we do this. Stop. It killed me. I know what to do.